Hey everybody, I'm Linkzilla, and welcome back to another Minecraft Kaijerica update. Now, when I last left off, I was basically trying to get my slime farm started, but as you guys can clearly see behind me, basically the slime farm is in fact working. So, let's get in the first person view. Yep, as you can see, big slime spawned in there, and now it's dying, so... Basically, this morning before I went to classes, I basically went back in there and dug a second level underneath and basically placed in a lot more tar slime. So I guess it does have to be at least 2 levels deep in order to adequately spawn slimes. And this is how many slime drops, tar slime drops that we've been gotten, almost basically 3 hoppers full. So basically the idea was that I was going to build in the other 3 cells around this thing, and basically build an item elevator that would carry it up here, and then probably make my auto sequencer and whatnot in order to get coal and whatnot from the analyzer. But the thing about it is that I realized that I'm kind of basically stalling at this point. I really shouldn't be building over here anymore, because what I really need to get going, I need to get to doing, is chopping down this section of forest over here across the river so that I can move my dinosaur park over here, and that way I can basically kind of, basically just pretty much move all this stuff over here, because basically that over there is quickly becoming my base, and I don't want my base over there. I want basically to be able to build on relatively flat land and whatnot. So basically speaking, it's time to we got started clearing away all of this forest so that I can start moving my dinosaurs out of their enclosures and over here. So let's get to chopping. Thank you, Lumberjack mod. Yep, that entire tree is gone. Anyway, this is going to take a while, so I guess I will check in with you guys once I have most, if not all, this forest completely chopped down. And you can even do the leaves. I just love it like that. So I'll catch in with you guys soon. Okay, gang, I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of an update. When we last left off, I basically went about the process of chopping down the entire forest, and I actually succeeded. I cleared away a good portion of the forest that I think would have been really good to basically just to move the dinosaurs over into. I basically cleared out this entire section of all the trees, all the way over there into the mountains, which you can't see because it's foggy and whatnot. But anyways, the point of it is I had cleared out so much space that I decided I'm going to start trying to decorate it with some prehistoric trees in order to basically give it kind of a more dinosaur-like atmosphere. However, I began to notice as I kept using the prehistoric trees, the more my game began to lag until the point where it was basically unplayable at that point. So I decided to basically shut it down and basically go do a break, maybe get a light dinner. Then basically when I came back, my entire computer had crashed, and so when I logged back in, I was basically nowhere to be found. I was nowhere near any of this. I'm pretty sure that I somehow ended up back at the original spawn point for this world, and I lost all my equipment, so that was really friggin' irritating. So I basically came back here, all my equipment was gone, and basically I wasn't going to proceed without all this cool armor and stuff that I got, and all my already enchanted tools, because it's I'm not going to friggin' start over. I have no idea how I lost any of that stuff, and I have no idea how I ended up all the way over there. So, but anyways, the thing about it is, after all of that, I needed to basically to boot up the backup that I made of the map right before I started chopping down the forest. So now all the trees are back, which is really irritating because I basically took most of that wood and put it in my super smelter and turned it into charcoal. So anyways, now I'm going to have to go through the process of cutting down all the trees yet again, and I think that I basically have to accept the fact that the prehistoric trees are just too laggy to use, which is odd because you guys can, let me position it, see if guys can get it. Well, anyways, you see back over there, the pen next to the Spinosaurus pen? That's the Ankylosaurus pen, and those are the prehistoric trees that I'm using. So I don't recall them giving me that much of a problem in the game up to this point, but who knows? Maybe they're actually the ones that are slowing my game down whenever I go over there. So, anyways, I think I'm just gonna make I'm just thinking I think I'll just decorate this with custom made jungle trees and whatnot, and then I'll make things easier because then I can just use MC Edit to copy them and then paste them all over. So, anyways, I'm gonna get to work cutting down the rest of the forest, but I think I decided to do it with a bit of a time lapse. So I set up the cameraman and everything. So hope you guys can enjoy that, and I will talk to you later. Okay, guys, we are back, and basically you saw from the time lapse that I basically cleared away a great portion of the forest. This basically is like how much of the forest that I chopped down the first time. I feel like it's basically going to be enough for what I initially need because I imagine that the dinosaurs are going to spread out all over the place. I'm probably going to have to fence them in somehow. I'm going to have to create some kind of barrier that keeps them in this area. So I'm basically going to set up some feeders and bubble toys to basically kind of like keep them from just to keep them from wandering off. But what am I going to do now? Well, basically, I told you guys that I was going to basically because of the errors that occurred with my game, what happened was basically I pretty much had it to where I was wanting to make the palm trees out of prehistoric trees like those over there, but why is it frozen? Why am I frozen? There we go. But something happened and it caused the game to crash. But I'm not 100% sure if the trees caused it. But thing about it is, because I was so cautious about it, I decided, you know what? I'm just going to make the palm trees out of jungle wood and jungle leaves, and it'll basically look fine. But then I remembered that when you're building, depending on what kind of biome you're in, the trees will change color. The leaves on the trees will basically become darker or lighter, basically, depending on where you are. Like, let's use this as an example. Basically, Jurassic Park over here is built in a spruce biome, whereas Cretaceous Park is built in a plains biome. And as you can see here, on either side of the pen, the ones for the grass in Cretaceous is a brighter green than the one for Jurassic, because this basically is the temperature of a spruce biome, and this is the temperature of a plains biome. So that was going to make my palm trees come out looking pretty ugly, and I wasn't going to basically want to do that. So I thought up a solution. And the solution that I've come to is this. As you guys can see here, in this little patch here, the grass is becoming a much vibrant shade of green than the spruce around it. And as you can see, this is basically how the leaves look normally when they spawn out in the world. This is basically how they're supposed to look, depending on the biomes. But basically what I did is, well, let me just set it to daylight. Basically what I did is that I went into MC Edit and I basically just took out this small area and decided to change the biome to where this area right here is a plains in order to basically get a more vibrant green color like I would want for this area. Now I've basically come to the decision that I could pretty much change up any area that I wanted, so pretty much I really don't need to really fret about running out of room or in the biomes I particularly want. So because of this, I've got this idea to where now I'm instead going to change this entire deforested area into a jungle biome, because that way the green for the grass will be the most eye-popping that it can be in the game, apart from being a mushroom biome. And then basically there will be a chance that I'll on here, and that'll be good for me because I've been meaning to go and get myself some pet cats for a while now, so it'd be nice to just have them around. Plus, I think it will be fitting that the temple is in a more jungle area, and I feel like the dinosaurs would appreciate a more tropical a jungle climate. However, the thing about it is that I did all this to basically kind of avoid having ugly spruce-colored here on this side of the river. But I feel like it's kind of a moot point at this point, because last night when the game started to lag the way that it did, it only lagged, kind of like it's lagging now, 3 of the prehistoric palm trees made. So I decided to test it out. Now I look over here, and yep, here are some examples of the palm trees that I am making. Man, I really hope that this lag that I've basically been playing for the last several hours and not because of the trees. So basically, I've experimented with crafting the trees at different heights, kind of basically sort of forming a perimeter, right here. So basically circle enclosed in. And I kind of like the way that they look so far. I like the varying degrees of heights, and I like that basically some of them are pointing in the diagonal. I feel it's going to be a bit, but I feel like it would be worth it if I made the palm trees out of the jungle, out of the prehistoric trees like I originally intended. They already basically kind of come in a shape like this. I just basically got to make them look pretty. So it's a while, and it's going to take a lot of wood. And I'm probably going to move the dinosaurs over here before the project is even finished, before it's fully decorated. I'll just have to around the dinosaurs, and that'll be fairly simple to do, I think. So, anyway, the point of what I'm trying to say here is that I'm going to go forward ahead with these, but I'm also going to need a lot of the paleoflorae saplings. There's no guarantee that you're going to get a return on the sapling that you use to make the. In fact, I actually think that it's lucky if you even get one back. But I feel like the eye-popping, snappy green of these trees makes it look better. You know what I'm saying? Plus, the bark of the trees themselves are more akin to that style of palm. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they kind of resemble palm a little bit more, and they give kind of a more tropical vibe. Next time you see me, this entire area will be a jungle, and I will begin putting these trees all across the area. So I will see you guys then. Okay, gang. Basically, as you can see here, I've gone all around this area and set up a perimeter fence. That way, that should basically keep the dinosaurs inside this enclosed area. Should once I basically move them in. So let's check out like how the fence goes. Yeah, basically I decided to enclose this area off instead of just basically walling it around the edge of the lagoon, since I kind of want the animals to be able to have splash around in the water. So basically I don't think that any of them can get out of there. So I mean, the Dinosaurs might be able to, but they'd have to be very, very lucky. So and I've got lots of ocelots spawning. I'm debating whether or not I'm going to light this whole area up to prevent mobs from spawning, because truth be told, I kind of want them to spawn. I mean, I kind of basically want the option of whether or not I basically decide to drop in here and like hang out with the dinosaurs, that if I get attacked by something, like the dinosaurs will come to defend me. Because I mean, the skeletons and the witches are basically the only ones that I think that they have to worry about, because well, basically, like a skeleton is surprisingly effective against an ankylosaurus, and potions are something that you can't really protect yourself against. However, basically, like if a skeleton basically attacks one member of like a family group, then all the other dinosaurs will gang up on that one skeleton. So it'll be busy like shooting at just one of them, and then it'll get taken out immediately. Hey, kitties, Jack, Cheddar. Burn, motherfuckers, burn. Why aren't you burning? That's better. Anyways, now that little adventure is out of the way, I'm going to basically start filling in this entire area with bone meal, which is basically probably why I picked a fight with a few of those skeletons. But the thing about it is that I know just where I can go to get some more bone meal, because surprised I didn't think of to do this earlier, because if I'm going to be dismantling all these machines, I might as well start using the materials that are saved up inside of them. So down the ladder. As you can see here, got row of bone meal all the way at the top, and I got some more coming in. I think that should be enough. I'm basically going to use the bone meal to lay down pretty much just to kind of restore the foliage, make lots of long grass, dandelions and whatnot. Basically give the area some food for the herbivores to eat when they get over here, because it's going to be a long time for me to put in those trees and then basically put in the prehistoric ferns underneath them. So my animals are going to get hungry. So and putting in the trees is going to take a long time, because I want to do it all as legitimately as possible. So that basically means growing up as many Paleoflorae trees as possible, harvesting all their leaves with a pair of shears, and then building each one of them from scratch. So anyway, this looks like it could potentially take a while, so I'm just going to get back to you guys once this is all cleared in. See you then. Okay, I have successfully covered this entire area in a fine layer of tall grass and flowers and all that edible plant matter for the dinosaurs. So now basically comes the task of moving them on over. I really hope that basically this will all work out. So I'm sure it will. I'm sure everything will be fine. I just need a stick. Yeah, pretty sure I have some wood lying around somewhere. Oh, I even have a stick. First, I'm going to take your stick. No, not the stick. Did I get struck by lightning? Oh, look, a friggin' witch. Like, how hilarious would it be if it dropped sticks? I want to do this during the day. There we go. Now, what dinosaurs should I start with? Thing about it is that I thought about basically separating them by time period, like with Jurassic on one side, Cretaceous on the other. But I have no idea basically how I would be able to keep them separated, apart from putting up a fence divider in the middle. So I figured that I'd just start taking them over. So let's do it. Hey guys. Hey Sheila. How's my favorite girl? Sheila was my very first dinosaur. She's actually been in here for not her entire life, but most of it. She and Butch were born in a different sort of pen, but now it's time to leave. Come on, Butch. Sheila, are you following me? Kaylee and Schooner. All right, guys, follow me. I really hope that you guys don't get killed on the way there. There's a creeper over there. Okay, good. We're out. Where are the galleys? Alrighty, let's just get them in here. Well, guys, welcome to your new home. It's a lot roomier than what you're used to, but don't worry. You'll be safe here. I hope. Kaylee, Schooner. Come on, bird brains. You guys are set to follow me, aren't you? Maybe I should do this two at a time, just like how Moses did it. It's weird because I remember that Kaylee was actually a notorious cage breaker once upon a time. Oh, look, there's one of them. Good boy, Schooner. Now come on over here. Schoon, there you go. Right, I'm going to go see about getting your girlfriend. Kaylee, do I have to airdrop you out of there? I don't get why she's not teleporting to me. I think the brachiosaurs are excited to get out. All right, Kaylee, I'm going to airdrop you. This could be dangerous, but don't think I have a choice. As long as she doesn't thrash about too much, I'm going to put her in the river. And we have splashdown, like a giant feathery tea bag. Good girl. And you and Schooner are free to wander about. Don't worry, I'm going to get you guys some toys that you can play with. Well, not play with, but more like just interact with. Bubble machines and whatnot. And just like that, one pen is empty. And honestly, I feel kind of empty by doing that, so. Oh well. I've got no room to be sentimental. I mean, I am going to miss this park, but I have the map backed up just in case I ever want to see it again. Right. Let's go, Elvis. Ooh. You too, Prissy. I wouldn't forget you, Tuck. I think I might have accidentally hit Wander on Priscilla. All right, you four dum-dums. This way. Right. That was a lot simpler. Don't worry, Tuck. I'm going to get you a girlfriend eventually. Elvis. There you go, Elvis. Now you got this nice big stage to perform on. That makes two. So Really hoping that Mandy isn't exactly the aggressive type. Nice, a fresh, long grass for you, girl. And everybody goes down for sleep, just like it should be. All right, Billy. I don't think that one's tame to me at all. Good. Good luck. Now we're going to cross the river. I think I'm going to keep them over here because I don't want to risk the Triceratops being a bit territorial. Welcome to your new home, guys. So weird how small the ankylosaurs are compared to the Triceratops. And I thought the ankylosaurs were big when I first hatched them, but they're tiny. What am I going to do with you? I could very well easily tame you and move you in over with them. Right, so we got Sheila, Butch, Haley and Schooner, Mandy, we got Tuck and the other Packy, we got Elvis and Priscilla, we got Billy and the other trike. Why didn't I get around to naming her yet? And like I expected, Elvis is king of the mountain. I don't like them milling around the edge like this, and it gives me the idea that they still want to escape. When they've got like this entire area to roam around and explore in. Still don't know what I'm going to do with these guys. Because, I mean, the thing about it is I want to give them more space for them to fly around in, but the fact is they don't eat like the other ones do. They don't respond to hoppers. They have to be fed fish. The only way they can do that is either being fed by hand or find fish drop-ups to eat, pickups to eat. So that's why I have those dispensers set up in there in front of buttons so that when they wander onto the buttons, they drop a fish. It's worked so far, so Seems like that was the last Cretaceous herbivore, apart from that one over there. Hey, you know what? Why don't I just go find myself a whip and get him out of there? Aha. Okay, boy. I don't like you and you don't like me, but that's about to change. There we go. Now follow me. I'll take you to your new home. Didn't want him to eat my flowers. Trikes, I bid you welcome to your new home. Let us ride to Camelot. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's the only problem of riding a Triceratops. I can't see a thing. The windshield is made out of hard and solid bone. I gotta admit, this is pretty cool. Right, now I guess I can start moving in the Jurassic animals. Starting, of course, with Stella. Stella! Let's just move them over here up into this corner. There you go, Stella. Hope you guys enjoy it here. Hmm. I had no idea that there were 11 predatory species in this mod. Something that you didn't really think about. Right, let's get the Dinosaurs next. They're small and they're cute. I don't mind letting them roam free. Kind of wish that I could ride them, but they're too tiny. Otherwise, I would have named this green guy Yoshi. I might name him Yoshi anyway. There you go, guys. Feel free to roam about as much as you want. Now for the really big contenders. Oh no, the sun's going down. I gotta hurry. All right, big fellas, over the river. Keep on following me. Oh, don't step on the cats. Oh no. Hey, you guys, that's my bed. I can just imagine cats in real life interacting with animals this big. Like, I guarantee that my cats would basically be trying to climb up that neck and sleep on top of that head. Kaylee's made it all the way over here in another pachycephalosaur. But where's Schooner? I see that Elvis is pulling another all-nighter. Stella and her mate are down for the night. Schooner. Schooner. There he is. It's quite a long distance for them to be separated. Mandy. Good night, Billy. Yeah, I made that mushroom giant. There you are. There. This entire area is now a herbivore sanctuary from the Jurassic to the Cretaceous. Oh, wait. I forgot someone. How could I forget? I literally told myself a minute ago that I wasn't going to forget her. This is Jurassic 1, requesting an airlift for the plesiosaur. Over. Clear a copy on that, Jurassic 1. Proceed as planned. Hey there, Nessie. Let's fly. The amazing flying plesiosaur. Basically, because Nessie tends to stay in one place near the shallow waters, I figured that moving her into this lagoon is probably for the best. And I've already set it up to where sturgeon can spawn in here. I'm going to move more named sturgeon in there just so, basically, they produce more spawn. So, I'm going to drop her. We have splashdown. Welcome to your new home, Nessie. It's a bit bigger than the last one. Hope you enjoy. I think I might actually go ahead and make some siblings for you, if I can come up with interesting names for them. Man, I really hope this works. Now, where's the other one? There are supposed to be two in here. Did the other one die? How did it die? Did it get shot? Did it get blown up by a creeper? Did it drown? And here's something else that I've noticed. What the heck is with the grass creeping in down here? That's not supposed to happen, is it? Or is it because of the light down here? I gotta hurry. There you go. And like I intended, looks like Stella and the Brachiosaurs are getting along. Or, well, she seems to be on the outskirts of the group, but I'm pretty sure that they'll start mingling eventually. Elvis still isn't healing yet. Well, I'd say that all this really worked out for the best. Seems like Kaylee and Schooner are excitedly enjoying their newfound freedom. Mandy just seems to sort of just be taking it in stride. What the hell? Billy! Billy, what are you doing outside the fences? Now the question is, what am I going to do with the predators? Because it's not like I can just let them free out here. They might attack them. Plus, I mean, in a lot of ways, I really don't want to have to give up this nice little Allosaurus lagoon that I made. I mean, it's not much, but it's like the most effort I put into anything in order to basically kind of make it look natural, but also look kind of tranquil. And I only did it because basically, like when I was digging the path out, I discovered that the floor made out of sand collapsed down here, and there was a pool underneath. Well, anyways, I think that basically is a job done. I've basically cleared out this entire area, converted it into a brand new biome, and successfully moved most of my herbivorous, most of my dinosaurs into it. Now I need to decide what I'm going to do for the carnivores, because it's not like I can just throw them into the same location. So, anyways, I think that that'll do it for now. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a comment on the comment section below, show like and share with your friends. I want to keep up to date with more Minecraft Kaijerica updates coming your way in the future. Be sure to smash that subscribe button like you're a brachiosaur about to stomp all over a friggin' zombie. And ring that bell for notifications. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.